The tea just kind of seemed appropriate given my new living situation. Hi there, my name is Taryn and this is ConjuredCraft. If you're new here, you probably don't know, but this is a new space for me, a new country as well. I've just finished relocating to the UK, which has been a lot. I'm still in the process of setting up my space. I'm still trying to figure out where one goes to buy things like crafting supplies and paints and all that. And honestly, I'm kind of broke after the move. This video is just gonna be a little bit about me getting set up, exploring my new city, and just trying to find stuff for as dirt cheap as possible. This video is just gonna be a little bit of a hangout session, if you will. I'm gonna get set up and show you guys my new space. You just sit back, relax, maybe work on whatever project it is you've been procrastinating, make yourself a cup of tea, and just come for the vibes. Just come to hang out for a little bit, all right? While my new flat did come pre-furnished, which seems to be pretty standard here, it didn't have a desk of any kind for me to work on, but luckily my partner found this amazing ladder desk, heavily discounted. It's pretty much the perfect size to fit in the corner of our place, with the one drawback being that it came fully assembled and we had to figure out how to get it home ourselves. In the end, it was definitely worth the extra work. It's got some shelves up top, which means more room to display pieces and a drawer to fit my tools inside. Eventually I'll get some kind of divider or organizer, but for now this will do. I am so relieved that so many of these resin models that I traveled with have arrived safe and sound, considering how, well, let's be honest, poorly I packed them. When it comes to your space, I think it's so important to be able to see what you've accomplished and what you're working towards. Having a section of your room, of your workshop, just dedicated to models, whether they're completed or not, just really helps you find inspiration. One of the nice parts about moving is that you have an unlimited amount of cardboard and recycling and other stuff that you have to get rid of. So I've got a pretty good junk pile to get me started. One of my favorite things that's come out of all the packaging though are these eco-friendly bits of cardboard inserts. They've got all kinds of interesting shapes. They've got a really good texture. So I'm gonna be cutting up and then saving a bunch of this stuff to turn it into terrain, maybe use it to make like some modular sci-fi pieces. I don't think I've really done much sci-fi on the channel, so it'll be a good opportunity to do something a little different. I'm keeping all of the like random IKEA fittings from furniture that we've been assembling. If there's a bottle with an interesting looking lid, or even just an interesting looking bottle, that's being saved for the moment. These are like plastic tie downs from the boxes that our furniture came in, but it's got like a real interesting looking texture on it. Look at that, look how cool that is. Even like the plastic casing from my rechargeable batteries that I had to buy, like that has a cool shape to it, and it'll get turned into some kind of terrain. Maybe I'll use it for a diorama or a display box. Ooh, plastic tie downs, instant cabling, infinite cabling. Starting this collection now, even before I have a project in mind, gives me an opportunity to rebuild my previous junk pile. It also means I can reuse all the unnecessary packaging that would otherwise probably end up in a landfill.
Yeah, table's pretty much as set up as it can be. I guess now it's time to go and do some shopping, so come along with me while we find some cool stuff.
Oh no. Oh, it's too early in the day for that. Oh, pretty successful shopping adventure. We've got a couple of things that we really desperately need. Beginner's cheapy hot glue gun and more hot glue sticks than I could hope to ever use. Well, they said confidently. Really cheap black spray paint, starter set of cheap acrylic paints, and a little paint pot, plate, palette. That's the word. That's the word that people use, palette. For the paints, I really only intended on getting a red, blue, yellow, white, and black. But then they had a 6-pack, which also had green, which I find kind of funny because you could just make the green with the yellow and blue, but you know, it was cheaper to get the 6-pack. So there we go. We've got some green cheap paint. Some cheap clear glue. Now, I would have preferred just your basic white PVA glue, but they didn't have any at the time when I went, and I needed something to get started. I'm wondering if I could maybe use clear glue to do some kind of like stringy, gooey effect. We'll just play around with it and see what happens. I also got this little pair of plastic animals. One's a bear and one's a water buffalo. I think I'm gonna do a dollar store build with one of these, and I think I know exactly what it is that I want to do. It was just too good to pass up. The bear is pretty much like perfect scale. I mean, you know, for like a giant bear, but I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And look, I am the first to admit, it's not the most lucrative set of supplies that we have here to start off with, but it's a jumping off point. It's an opportunity. And most of all, it's a reminder to use what I have instead of just going out and buying new shinies. I know it seems like I haven't done a lot in this video, but I am exhausted. So look, this is the new setup for now. It's going to grow, it's going to change, it may even move depending on how things shake out this year. Cards on the table, this kind of situation, moving around, changing things up, doing things differently, normally freaks me the fuck out. However, I'm pretty excited being in a new city, getting to go and hang out with some people that I've met through YouTube, through the internet, that I've never actually seen in person before. I'm honestly really excited to have gorgeous brick walls behind me again, which is very, very cute and very, very cool, and a bunch of other things. There's a lot to come. There's a lot of cool things in the works, and I really appreciate you sticking around and just hanging out while I figure out my life. There are some links below if you are looking for ways to support me in this new adventure. The biggest thing you could do in this moment is to share this video and of course subscribe if you are not already. Until the next one, bye! How the hell does anyone do framing? Is that cute? I literally can't tell. Now, among all the useful, what was that? I am keeping like all the gone forever. Let's just say that let's say that's cute. Why not? This is the clip where we talk about how we know the supplies we bought are basic because we're basic. We're basic bitches who are broke. I don't like any of this. I like some of it. Stop, don't delete it. You like some of it. And it'll be a good opportunity to not have to spend any more money because I am out. I'm done. I'm broke. This is it. This is what we're working with.
That's good. Something in there's good.